Hey, it's Teal.
Hey, it's Judi.
And it's the Teal with Judy podcast. Do, 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 do.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today, me and Teal are going to be going over some of the stuff from the recent Animal Crossing Direct and kind of talking about it, talking about some questions we have about it, and definitely opening this up for discussion with you guys as well.
Yeah, and we're totally not later than the other YouTubers, but just watch our video anyway because we'll definitely have some unique inputs. Okay, let's get on to the DLC. Oh, this is gonna be a long trip, isn't it? Happy Home Paradise. Okay, where do we start, Judy? Where do we usually start?
Um, well, first of all, just the reveal of this was interesting because they said, get to work, and I for a second I really thought we were going to be working as a pilot or something with the dodo birds. But this is really cool. I think it's a really cool feature. It's a cool way to have some more tasks to do, and it's a really great way to customize more and stuff. But I guess we'll just go ahead and get into the features. So first, it seems like what you do is you go to the airport and you can travel to this archipelago where you have all of these islands, and it's very similar to Happy Home Designer. It's like HD Happy Home Designer, basically, from what I could tell. But it's also connected to your main island. So, like, the items and stuff, I guess you can unlock things and abilities that you
Yeah.
can then use on your island as well. So that's really cool.
One thing I want to point out is like one of the first things that they show, it's this island with like Roman arches and pillars, and I was like, thank you. Thank you so much. Everybody, like the entire Elegant Core community. I was like watching one of my friends react to this, and she's one of like the Elegant Core, one of the biggest Elegant Core like Instagram creators. I don't know if you know Minsuya, but like
Mhm.
everyone was like screaming. We were like, yes, Elegant Core community, rise up. We saw pillars and we were all like, yes, thank you so much. Because like the only thing we got closest to the pillar was like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and like, come on, like that's kind of like crooked, that's like slanting, and this is just gonna and the vines on it, it just looks beautiful, and I'm just
Yeah.
especially happy. Okay, go
I
ahead now.
really no, I really like too the main island that you go on, like where the center is, where like you would go there to work. At the
Yeah, yeah,
back of
yeah.
it, they have this big beach, and like all the villagers were like hanging out there on one scene, and like they're like
Oh my
playing in
god,
the
and the
sand and
pool
playing in the water.
party.
That was
Yeah, that
so
was really
cute.
cute.
That was the cutest thing I've ever seen.
So the entire system looks like Lottie is like the Isabel of this island, kind of in a way. I don't know if we get the same vibes.
Yeah, yeah, she's
Like,
like scheduling everything.
yeah, and then like she gives us like our tasks and everything, and then we sit with the client. Like there's a scene where they sit with Mabel as the example, and they're just like sitting on like a little beach kind of deck kind of area, and it's beautiful. And they're like imagining what it would look like. I don't know if you know the Sims pack Dream Home Decorator, but like it recently came out, and it's basically something similar to Happy Home Designer. It's like you have this client, and then they give you like certain specifications, and then like you make like their rooms or whatever. I am just really happy, and like the entire idea of having to be able to place trees and stuff like that in like the front yard, that I was so I was shook. I was
Yes.
absolutely shook. Like, can we please have this on our main island? Like,
No,
please.
I love the interface for how
Mhm.
you decorate it. I love that.
I just you can place pots so easily, fences so easily. I was like, yes. And then there's like
And
cacti in the background. I wish we could get cacti as an actual plant. That would be really cool.
yeah,
Just
and I love how there's different seasons, and like
Mhm.
you could also change the weather and time of day and season
Oh,
and stuff in
like
the corner,
please
and I
give this
thought
on
that
our
was so
yeah,
cool.
give this on our actual island, please.
I think it could be a really cool way too to test designs. Like if you want to build something on your island, you could go there and like not necessarily save it on their house, but you could kind of
Yeah.
mess around with things you want to try on your island too. So I think that's a really cool experimental place,
It's
which a lot
basically
of people have said that they want like a sandbox to like practice ideas on before
yeah.
building it. So it's kind of a nice way of doing that.
It's basically like Hobbs Island, but having exteriors as well, technically. It's a
Yeah.
nice way of including it and everything, and I'm just really stoked about it. And there's no way I'm not getting this DLC.
Same, same. It's like Harv's Island, but like with guided missions.
I feel like some people were saying like Twitter was complaining, or like the people on Twitter were complaining about like, having to pay for the DLC. I'm like, it has so much content though. Like it's an entire other game and it's just $25. Like it's like less than half of an actual like premium game that you get from Nintendo, and it has so much content. I feel like it's so worth it. And you're getting so much from this free update. I don't feel like people should be complaining about this. I would be celebrating. I cried. And
I definitely for a moment I thought like when they first announced that it was going to be paid, I was a bit worried, but then I realized like it's basically a separate game and
mhm, yeah,
they've just made it so it's connected to New Horizons, which just makes it a bit more fun to be honest.
exactly.
Because because I guess we'll get into that because it was near the end of this section, but like that you could bring features from that area to your island. I feel like it's really cool how it's integrated. So I understand why it would be paid though, because it is basically an entire different game.
It has a lot of like different systems, and I feel like they put so much effort into it, and I feel like it deserves to be a paid DLC in my opinion. And
Like,
go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say it's basically HD Happy Home Designer. So
Yeah. I feel like this is also a lot of people are going to be motivated to get this because especially for the partitions and the counters and like everything that they have in here. I feel like and they have lighting. Oh my god, the custom lighting in the soundscapes. Oh, that was
yes,
such a beautiful touch that they put in. So subtle but so like it adds so much to the entire ambiance. Like
it's
I just
immersive. Yeah.
and then they go into the scene where like they're polishing and that is just so cute.
Oh my gosh, there were flowers. Okay, so like when they polished the
Uh-huh.
owl, when they polished Sage, just she was sitting on my lap and she just put her claw in my hand. But when they were polishing the wheelbarrow, it had like sparkles around it. And
Mhm.
then I noticed they polished a flower vase and it had butterflies above it.
Oh yes, I there's a new like there's
I
like a flower
love
bed.
that.
It's beautiful. Like this entire greenhouse setup that they did. And also I do see a cacti in there. So maybe a cacti can be like a an item you get, like not necessarily like a plant, but like maybe you can place cacti
That would
otherwise.
be really cool.
And then they move on to like the little shop that they have, which is so cute. Like
Yeah.
so cute. It's a shop with a new currency that they have called Pokey. And
Pokey, yes.
it's such a cute name as well. And like you can buy plants. There's like a chef Leisure. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but there's like a new type of plant. There's like a blue lamp, and it looks so elegant and like unique. I just love it so much.
Yeah, and it looks like you're going to be able to get like exclusive furniture from there. So that's going
Yeah.
to be really cool.
I
They added a lot of furniture actually, now that I think about it. There's a lot of new items with this update.
This is the point where I was like, I really don't want like myself going to like a treasure island and getting like these items especially. You know what I mean? It's like something that you have to earn by yourself. You can't just like, get everything for free.
Yeah, but I think that's the cool thing about it is like there's this so much motivation now for you to like
Exactly.
slowly because there is something for you to do every day now. If it's not like
Yes.
you have to put like 20 panels up to make a fake building. Like you have places to go, people to see, things to do, and I'm so excited about that.
I'm just and like the next part really shook me. The fact that you can make schools and restaurants officially
And hospitals.
like I'm thank you because everybody was like trying to DIY them and now that it's official and the exteriors can look like schools and everything, it adds an entire different aspect to the game. I'm just so excited and seeing all these three different like looking at all these three different buildings, they've added new items in every single one that they display,
Yes.
which is just like insane. Like there's new like Japanese furniture. There's like a entire like kiosk booth. There's like there's so much stuff like greeting cards. There are like new futons. There's everything. Everything is so new and so like fresh. The restaurant has a bunch of stuff in like the background where like the chefs cook, and then the hospital. Just everything is just beautiful. The way that they've included so much content into this DLC is amazing.
I will also say, like, with how Happy Home Designer worked, it would be where every time you took on a new project, you'd like unlock an item. or like a couple items that like it's the villagers' favorite items, so they would like you have to use this and then you'd unlock that for future use. And then when you get to the
Oh,
hospital and restaurants and stuff, you would also unlock like new hospital furniture. So I think that's a really cool way to like extend your catalog by continuing to design these different areas, and like you can go back to that area later when you've unlocked more items and use the items in it, so it keeps it fresh and keeps you growing.
uh-huh.
So that's really cool.
They
And
also,
another thing, I just wanted to add in quickly with like the hospital and school and stuff, like after you build it, the villagers interact with it in a way that like matches the setting. So like you'll see villagers that are feeling unwell visit the hospital, and some of them will be
oh,
doctors and some of them will be patients.
oh,
Some of them will be like in the waiting room, some of them will be the receptionist. At
that's cute.
school, they sit in the desks and like they'll pretend to be students, and one of them's the teacher. And like
Oh
if you
my
talk to
God.
them, they have like dialogues for like the setting that they're in. So I think that's gonna be so much fun to play with.
Oh yeah, I saw like Sherp holding like a water jug and asking like for something. It was really, really cute. It was like I like to offer to refill your water after every sip. And nobody like he gives such cute light. I was just oh
That's
my
so
heart.
cute. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited for all the villager interactions we're gonna be getting.
I know, it's just beautiful. And then they told us that we're getting like this entire system where you can upload to like a basically like a gallery called the Happy Home Network. I
Yes, we can
I
visit
am
builds.
excited. I am so excited for that.
Yes.
This is giving me like Sims vibes a lot. And I'm just really excited that it's like they're having these aspects that I love in The Sims come to Animal Crossing because Animal Crossing is my main game and it always will be something that I love. And I'm just so happy you can visit other people's islands or like not islands, like their different builds. It opens up so many
Yes.
opportunities. Like imagine having like challenges like do a spooky theme build and like all your friends have to do it and like have some specific like hashtag for it. Like imagine
Oh.
doing that. Like that would be so cute.
And this is also going back into like, we've been talking about them adding features for the community within just your island, but then
Hmm.
this goes back into like the Animal Crossing community as a whole coming together, and like,
Exactly.
and I like too because they had this with like New Leaf where you'd have street pass and spot pass to visit other people's houses and stuff.
Oh my
But like
God.
if you didn't live in a city, it was honestly really hard to do because you're not passing other people with your 3DS. But now that it's like an online network, like you upload and you could visit it, I'm assuming through like online services and stuff. So like that really connects like the whole world of players. So I think it's gonna be really, really cool to explore everybody's builds. I'm so excited.
When you said Street Pass, the nostalgia I just got.
I wish I had like 3 houses in my New Leaf Street Pass area. There was like nobody that played New Leaf around me.
I used to like for Street Pass, I used to just take my 3DS and just wave my hand here and then kind of
Me
fake that I'm
too.
walking.
Me too. Yeah, because you get like the play points for walking, so you just like
Yeah.
sit, close the screen, and shake it.
And then there was like the game where you used to like fight bosses and stuff like that, right?
Oh
Like
yeah,
the
yeah.
game that they had. And then yeah, I was just there was that and Nintendo 'cause that was my like
3DS
3DS
nostalgia.
moment.
Yes.
It's just like the entire, it's just been so nostalgic, the entire update that's come through. And the fact that the DLC is launching at the same time as the free update kind of scares me. We're getting too much content like once.
Oh yeah, we're getting a lot at once. And
I'm
the other
so
thing, it's
scared.
in a few weeks too. Like it's close. It's not even
It's not
far.
even 3 weeks away. It's less than that, Judy. It's
Like that
like
is
it's
prepare yourself.
it's like 2 weeks, 4 days away. It's like 15, 16 days
True.
away.
Yeah, you're right.
I am not ready for this.
It's a lot to take in, but I'm excited.
Also, looking at this as a content creator, like kind of perspective, this is gonna open up like so many possibilities.
Yes.
If you like just like doing like an entire school build, doing a hospital build, like doing a restaurant, going through
And
different like gameplays, it's just beautiful.
another thing is like again with like not having a lot of daily tasks, I feel like I've had a lot of pressure in the content creating aspect to make these huge builds and
Yeah,
just make videos of like speed builds and
exactly.
build. There's like every time I turn it on, I feel like the pressure to build something, and I don't feel like doing anything else. I feel like okay, I'm playing Animal Crossing, therefore I must build. There's nothing to do besides build, build,
Exactly.
build. And so it's been a bit hard though because sometimes, especially like managing school and work and life and content creating, it's like, well, I don't really have like I'm tired right now. I can't think of anything to build right now. Like I don't know what content to create. But now there's I feel like this is a much more relaxing experience where it's going to
It
be much
is.
easier to consistently play. So, very excited.
It's gonna be balanced. That's like one thing that I'm really looking forward to having. It's gonna be a balance of something relaxing, something like to do with like the entire community, with your villagers, interacting with them, something calming and like not that much that you have to put thoughts into it, but you're just doing it just because like there's some things which are tedious, but you like that it's tedious, like kind of like grinding, like doing like getting the different ingredients for the cooking and like cooking different meals, achieving like cooking every single meal and getting all their recipes. I feel like all these things will just put so much balance to the game. Right now, it's like if it was on a seesaw, it's so much like tipped over to like building, building,
Yes.
building, building. Like the only content creation I feel like in Animal Crossing right now, at least what I've done, is either speed builds or like going for like island tours. That's the only thing I can think of because everyone
Yes.
else just like, who's gonna watch me just want like doing nothing on my island? Because I've literally logged into my island, roamed around, took some flowers, like sold them to like Tom, like not Tom Nook, Timmy and Tommy, and then logged off because I don't know what to do. And now that we have
Honestly,
so much stuff to do on a daily basis, it's gonna be insane.
like I think it's also been because like I had my Let's Play going for a while and I kind of took a break from it because it got to the point where like my Let's Play, like all I do is I log into the game, I check the two shops, I check like the ATM to get like the daily Nook Mile tickets,
Mhm.
and then that's it. And then I go on with my life. Because the other thing too is because there's so much pressure to build, like, you would go to a treasure island or stuff to like help you get wood faster.
Exactly.
Because like you don't even want to sit and like collect wood from trees all day because that's like all you do is the same thing. It's very plain. There's no, it's
Yeah,
just meh. But
that's the
now I
only.
feel like yeah, there's so many different things to check every day and do every day and people to talk to every day that I feel like the general gameplay is going to be a lot more fun now.
Okay, well, although we got a bunch of stuff in this update, I feel like there are some things we missed out on, which we will now talk about. One thing that I have not mentioned yet, but it's something that's very specific to you and to me, technically. I don't know about everybody else, but the teal pave set, I still want it.
Me
Like
too.
I really want it, especially because it's steel and it's beautiful. I'm missing that set. Another thing is drugs outside. Like please can we get drugs outside? Like placing drugs on the exteriors, they will be so cute. Like imagine like the lacy rugs on the beach or something like that.
Oh
Like
my gosh, yes.
that would be like so beautiful.
Speaking of lacy rugs on the beach, I really love the new item with like the two chairs with the umbrella over it from the expansion DLC.
I have not
It
seen it.
was it was one of the special items in the store, and I really like that new item. Something I was kind of hoping for was Doctor Shrunk. I'm not saying that. Well, there's a couple things with the NPCs. So first of all, with KK Slider, I kind of part of me wanted him to go to the roost. I'm not gonna lie. I
Yeah,
love that he goes to the resident services and we all sit on the little chairs around him, but I thought it would be cute if he went back there. And
me
when they showed KK Slider later in the direct, when they were about to announce the new songs, I thought that they were gonna say he's moving to the roost. I'm not gonna lie. And I wish that we also had DJ KK.
Oh, that would be nice.
Miss him. I think it would be really fun. And like the way that, because in New Leaf he would have different shifts. So like, he would be normal KK on Saturday, but then every other night of the week he would be DJ KK.
Ooh, that would be cool.
And I think that would be really cool because I don't know, he's my favorite NPC. So like the more KK Slider I can get, the better. But then another thing is with Dr. Shrunk though, when they announced the new reactions, I was excited, but at the same time, I haven't unlocked all of the current reactions yet.
Yeah.
And going back to like content creating and like either doing speed builds or island tours, another thing that I do like to do is like little short films. But I've actually found it easier to do that in Pocket Camp than I have since New Horizons came out because I can't do the reactions I need my character to do to make the video. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I do wish that there was a way to get the reactions a bit easier because I have tried to leave my Switch on and just like, while I'm doing homework or something and just like walk around the island with like my one hand while I do work with my other hand and hope that somebody will ping me to teach me a reaction for hours. And I still haven't completed them all. And I wish there was just even just a one time event or something where you'd meet Dr. Shrunk and he would teach you something. Also, the Shrunk Funk Shuffle, that dance, is my favorite emote in the game. So I really wish that that emote would come back.
I have never seen it, but I really want to see it. Shrunk,
It
Dr.
is
Shrunk is like the axolotl, right?
yes, yes. He would like teach you all the jokes in the past games.
Oh,
And I think it would be cool. Maybe it could something I thought about is like one of the things that you have to build, like one of the requests could be like a marquee stage. And then that's how you get an event with him. Like at Harv's Island, there'd be
mhm.
like a photo shoot, like Reese and Cyrus, like their wedding, where you'd be like upgrading his stage for him, and then he would teach you a special reaction, which would be the Shrunk Funk Shuffle.
That would be cute.
That would be nice, but I do wish there was a better way. Maybe villagers will ask for reactions more, because I don't know. What have you experienced? Because my villagers just do not want to ping me for reactions.
One thing I don't like is you need to have one of each type of villager. That limited me so much in the start because I was
Oh
like,
wait, is
no,
that how it works?
yes, you need
Oh,
one.
that's my problem, probably. Oh no.
So there are specific reactions for each different type. Like there's specific for normal, snooty, lazy. And there are specific reactions you can only get from each type of villager. That's what I learned.
Oh.
And that is what like when I was deciding my villagers that I got, I was like, okay, no, I have a snooty, I can't get this one, but this one is so cute. And then like I that's why I didn't invite some of the villagers and I regret that so much. I didn't like that at all. I don't think that's how we should get reactions. I feel like the reaction system can be updated way better. Although I like the fact that they have like, you can't like have every single type of villager being like snooty or whatever. But I love all the villagers that are snooty. Like let me have all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. That makes sense now, though, actually. I think that a lot of my villagers have the same personality if I think about it. So
Yeah. So maybe
I
try
probably,
switching them up.
yeah.
Also, one thing we missed out on, like you've mentioned this before, but multiplayer, give us something. Give
Yes.
something. Like the only multiplayer thing they mentioned right now is like the network that they have, like the little gallery. But that's nothing. Like you can't do anything. You can't even meet people. You can just upload your own designs and people can
Yeah,
visit them. Like
I'm not
give me like a mode where I can build an island with someone else. Like imagine like us building an island together and working on it together. Like that would be
pleased.
so cute.
I wish that there was some like even when they showed Captain on the screen, I thought like I was like, oh my gosh, the club tournament, the island is back, the mini games are back. I
My
never
God,
thought
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then they show the screen, and I was like, wait, it's Enigma Ticket Island? Don't we have this feature? What? And then it was just like different seasons and stuff, which it kind of like, now looking back on it, I really like the island, but in the moment, it was kind of like a disappointment almost because I
Mhm.
thought it was going to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
this
yeah.
multiplayer island, and then it was just like something that we kind of have, but like a bit upgraded. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I was a little sad that there was like no whacking your friends with hammers and all those mini games like hitting the lawnmower and
Oh, we
stuff.
can still do that. I don't mind whacking you with nets, Judy. Anytime. Come over to
Oh yeah.
Galactic whenever you want.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
And also wide angle. I think we've mentioned this before, but I feel like that could be like something
Yes.
we would love to
And
have.
looking up further, just
Oh
just
yes.
general like they gave us the camera to move in closer, but you can kind of just crop an image to make it closer. What we
Yeah.
really need is to make it further.
Yeah, we need to zoom out Nintendo. Like let us zoom out,
Yes.
please.
I mean, it does seem like they've been listening to the community though. So if you're still listening, zoom out camera, please.
Listen to our podcast, please. We've given you
Yes,
inputs. We've given you all the
please.
suggestions. We speak on behalf of the Animal Crossing community.
Yes.
But honestly, overall, I would say that the direct just it made us feel so many emotions. I feel like the Animal Crossing community has been through a lot. And a lot of people might say it's just a game, but you meet a lot of people through Animal Crossing. Like I've met so many people through Animal Crossing that I someday want to meet. Like I want to meet Judy someday. Like now we're like so super close, and that was because of Animal Crossing. It's just insane the amount of love Animal Crossing has given to me, and the fact that like I kind of had like not in a way that Animal Crossing is like a person, but like we had like a falling out. Like I wasn't like playing Animal Crossing and I was like looking at other video games. But now that this direct has come out, it's just given me like another sense of motivation and another sense of like, I'm actually gonna play this game because I'm gonna enjoy it. And now I've learned from my mistakes to like enjoy the game instead of like rushing through everything and like doing this for content, doing that for content. Because like even with updates, like with like supposing we had like the fireworks update, I was like, yes, I need to go to a Treasure Island right now to show everybody like the new boppers that we can get instead of like just collecting my own and like taking my own time and doing it. You know what
I
I'm
feel like that
saying?
was also just like implied though, like there
Mm,
wasn't enough to do for you to not do that, you know?
exactly.
We were
Yeah.
kind of like put in this, and it was weird for me too because I know it's just a game, but it's kind of like I grew up playing Animal Crossing and like basically only Animal Crossing, like it's always been my go-to game. And this is the first time I've played Stardew Valley, and the first time in a long time I've played Minecraft. And like I've looked at other games, and I never had to do that before. Like it's always been if I go back to Animal Crossing, I'm good. And New Horizons has been such a weird experience for me because for the first time, I there were times where I didn't like it. And
Exactly.
that was the like I have never played an Animal Crossing game and like had a time where like I just can't play it. Like I don't know what to do with it. But with New Horizons, I've had so many times where I'm just like I want to play it, but I don't know how to. I don't know how to enjoy it, you know?
I feel like there were times when both of us were just like, I really just don't want to pick up my Switch right now. Like, just I want to film like my speed build or whatever, but I just don't want to like pick up my Switch. There was sometimes when we were like, like I don't care about the recording, we're just filming it, and then like I remember you had to like rebuild the entire thing.
Yes.
I
Oh
remember
my
that time,
gosh.
and you were like, Teal, what do I do?
That was so many times. And like you drive yourself crazy with all the little details in every build as well. Pain.
There are times like where the for Build Wars like the Teal entrance, I had did a draft of it before, and then I did it again because I was traveling whilst I did it. And oh god, it took me like 2 hours to do it. That's why I was so chaotic that day because I recorded and edited it and uploaded it on the same day. I did
Oh my
everything on the same
gosh.
day, and it was so hectic for me.
That's
Judy's like, "How did you do
that I've done days where I record and upload on the same day and they're rough, fam.
that?" Yeah. I don't think people realize that. I feel like people have always made fun of Animal Crossing being like not a real game or whatever, but it is a real game, people. You meet the community is really wholesome. You meet amazing people, and I'm just super excited to see that a lot of people who haven't played Animal Crossing in a long time are now coming back to it because of this like entire direct. Like they're so excited for it,
Yes,
and
which is so exciting.
we're getting new members to the community, and I'm just really excited that this community is gonna grow.
Yes, and this it's honestly so nice. I'm so grateful for this community.
Yeah,
It's
I feel
such a
like
nice place.
everything is so wholesome. Like we felt like there's been like some Animal Crossing drama with like speech marks like on either side, but like that's like it's been like forgotten about. Like I can't even remember Animal Crossing drama anymore because there's no drama in the community usually, other than us like complaining to Nintendo. But that will stop now, hopefully.
We have froggy chairs, so it's fine.
Yeah, yeah, we
We're
have
cool
Froggy.
now. It's fine.
It's fine, Nintendo. We're not mad at you anymore. I mean,
Okay.
kind of for like not giving us an update for like 6 months or something, but yeah, it's fine.
You know, we forgot about that. We forgot.
Yeah, yeah, I totally forgot about that. But yeah, I think we have covered everything that I think we wanted to cover. Is there anything else that like you wanted to come to Animal Crossing and it hasn't come yet? Any predictions? Shall we make predictions for like the future updates?
Ooh, predictions could be interesting.
Let's do predictions.
I think as for predictions, it would probably be stuff that like there's a lot of push for. Or maybe it would be something completely different. I guess the events, do you think those are going to stay time locked?
Hmm.
I do have a couple of questions, I suppose.
That could like change. I honestly like the fact that they're time locked, to be honest. Like you can't time travel for them, and I just
Yeah,
I like that idea.
what I like about the events being time locked, well, what I don't like about them being time locked is sometimes you just can't play during that
Mhm.
holiday and then you miss out
Yeah.
on the items, which is really
Oh,
sad.
that is true.
But what I do like about it is like every time there's a holiday, it's like the whole community just revives for like 3 days and then they all
Yeah,
go
yeah,
away
yeah.
again. But it's really fun to see everyone come together for like the time of the event.
Also, a
Um,
bunch of people are restarting their islands now because of like the new update
yes.
coming up. Like everyone that I'm seeing, they're like, I'm back into Animal Crossing. I'm like, oh, that's great. And they're like, yeah, I'm restarting my island, by the way. I'm like, okay, that's cool as well. I'm like, am I supposed to restart my island as well? Like, hello.
I
I'm not
would
restarting my island
not.
though. Yeah.
I You see, I feel like if I restarted my island right now, I would like get this burst of motivation, like, oh my gosh, a fresh canvas, and then I would just instantly overwhelm myself and not know how to
Mhm.
function. So I'm gonna stick to what I've got going for me.
No, I'm happy that I have two islands because Galactic is staying forever. You know, that's like your first island. I can never reset it. And like I always have my second island to like keep like playing over and resetting whenever I want and whatever.
Yes, I have a similar structure to a Seychelles and Honeydew.
Yeah. So I feel like I have one question though. I don't know what your opinion on this is. We have a new bush coming. How are they gonna fit it into like the timing with the seasons and stuff like that? Because every single bush type that we have in the game covers a specific time period. So where are they gonna fit in the plumeria bushes?
Um, what do they look like? Wait, let me do a.
They are the like flower thingies.
Oh,
Mhm.
those are really pretty. Okay.
Yeah, because
Um,
they were near the vines, right? In the new direct.
yeah.
So I don't know
I,
where
I
they're gonna fit them at
I'm
all.
curious if they're gonna be like, you know, like those and the vines and stuff. If those are only gonna be stuff that you can get on that like mystery island with Cap'n.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe
Then
it's like an exclusive thing.
so wait, you can't
And
bring them home?
no, you can bring them. Oh, do you mean like when they would bloom?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
um, they give me summer vibes personally. I guess I could look up what a plumeria is in real life, like because
Honestly,
they
they should just give it to us all season long. These are too pretty.
plumeria they grow on Hawaii. Um, frequently known as fragipani. Oh, I know those. They grow in warm places, so I my guess would be summer, just going off of their real climate.
Honestly, that was the randomest question, but yes. Another prediction, I feel like we really need a second island DLC. Like, I do have a second Switch, but second island DLC would be really useful to have.
Yeah, like expanded space to work with.
Expanded space as well as different save files.
Mm. Oh my
That
gosh, I wish we had different save files.
that would like make life so much easier. Like I wouldn't even mind paying for like another like save file. Like I'd rather pay for another save file than having an entire other Switch to buy. Because it opens up the possibilities of having two different islands, two different themes, two different like sets of villagers, and everything is so different. Um, I just feel like it would add a lot to the game.
Something I'm curious about is, do you think the part-time job is back at the Roost or not?
Um, Honestly, they could make it a surprise and add it and like not tell us. Like there's no information given to us in direct, please. The only information that we have is like a coffee is for $200 and then
Yeah.
like the phone and then you can invite people in. But I feel like it would be something they would add in the future because if it was something that they had, they would get us hyped about it and they would tell us about it. I feel like in the future they could maybe have it, but I don't think it's gonna come in the update right now, is what I'm like predicting.
Yes. I also thought that because it didn't, you know, I thought they would probably hint at it more and they
Yeah.
didn't show any sign of it.
Honestly,
I will say though.
it would be cute to work as like an intern for each NPC. Like, wouldn't that be really cute? Like
Oh,
work
I
as like
wish.
a museum curator, like do some research, do some like fossil
Oh,
sorting, and then like
something I think would be cool. Like, you know, in the bug exhibit of the museum, there's like a little laboratory.
yeah, 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 yes,
If you
I've
could like
seen
work in the laboratory,
that would be beautiful.
I'd love
Also, I
that.
feel like something everybody forgot about was Stamp Day.
Yes.
That was a cute event, but at the same time, I never did it after like the first one.
Oh,
Yeah. But it was
the
cute. It was a cute
I,
like addition.
I missed the first one because of school, so I did the second one. So I was like backwards from everybody else.
But then like there was also like the part of me which like just to get like those trophies, I was like searching up how to do it, and I was like, that is what ruined it for me. Stop doing that, Teal.
Ah, true, true. But I feel like there is this pressure to like, you know, hurry, but no, you gotta take things a step at a time. Discovering it is part of the fun.
My God, you should be like some inspirational quotes like writer or something like that.
Is that a quote?
I don't know. We'll make it a quote.
I also, I think, I know I mentioned this earlier, but do you think that Brewster is going to collect gyroids?
Hmm. I mean, based on what you said about him, like having it in his trophy case or like his cabinet or whatever, I think there's a possibility for that. And
Mm.
I would love to see it, to be honest. They've not mentioned it in the direct, but I would love to see that. That would give some purpose to the gyroids as well, right? Because the gyroids are mentioned for a long time. And they should have another use than just like collecting them or whatever. They're not gonna place such a big emphasis on them. So I feel like it has a good possibility of being able to like give them to Brewster. But like tell me more about like gifting it to Brewster. What happens after that? Because I have clearly not played the other Animal Crossing game, so I have no clue.
I think it's like a gyroid storage, basically.
Oh,
And like
okay.
he can collect. I think if you give him more gyroids, you'd like unlock exclusive items. And there were like the reason I did it was because Brewster had gyroids that were like they look like Brewster, like mini Brewsters. And
Hmm.
I thought those were the cutest thing ever. So that's why I tried to collect all of them.
Oh. But yeah, I think that there's a good possibility that you can give Brewster gyroids.
Yes, yes. And then I also think that there's going to be coffee to go. And the reason I say that is
Oh,
because there is a mat on like the one side of like, like when you first walk in, they have a mat on the side of the counter.
yeah,
So I
yeah,
think if
yeah.
you stand there, you could get coffee to go. And if you sit down, you get coffee in the house.
Oh, that would be cute. And imagine like carrying the coffee around everywhere,
Yes,
like
like a little
getting a
coffee cup.
sudden boost of energy whenever you want. Oh, that could be nice.
And
I
also now you can go on like little coffee dates with your friends, which
Oh,
is
that would
really
be
cute.
cute.
Like if you sit in, I think if you sit in the sofa, like the booster seats at the same time, Brewster will come to your table and give all of you like a cup of coffee at the same time, and you can like drink them together. So that's a really cute feature.
Yeah, I feel like I'm so excited. Like you don't even know how excited I am.
So many little details with this update.
Just I'm pumped. And also we will definitely continue the podcast. This has just been too much fun.
Yes,
And
yes,
like
we
it's like a
should.
proper thing to like properly like talk to you for so long because usually like we talk on like almost a daily basis, but like hearing your voice because Judy is a busy girl. Judy is a productive busy girl. So like, this would be really fun. Just like ranting or like going on about all of this has just been so much fun.
Well, I think if you want to see future podcast episodes, you can let us know in the comments below. I'd definitely be down to do it. I think it would be really fun to host a podcast with you.
It would be really fun.
I'm down.
I feel so professional. Oh my god, like we just did a podcast episode, Judy.
I know. So exciting. But I guess that's all for the direct.
I think that we covered most of it. I feel like we covered more than other people. Let us know what you think in the comment section down below. And also, as Judy said, let us know if you want us to continue the podcast and what topics you want us to cover because I don't know what we'll talk about next.
Yeah,
Because
and
we
maybe you could like ask questions in the comments too, and we
Oh,
could
that
like
would
make
be
it
good.
interactive. And maybe we could even do like every now and then, like maybe like weekly podcasts and like once a month do like a live podcast and like
Oh my god, go on like
incorporate it that way.
Instagram or like Twitch or like YouTube.
Yeah, yeah. Or wherever.
Like
It could be it's a fun series idea.
God, yes. We're going places, Judy. The Teal and
But
Judy podcast is going places.
thank you all so much for joining us today.
Thank you for hearing our beautiful voices.
And we will see you soon.
Bye, everyone. Bye, bye, bye.
Bye.